My day is pretty packed from the minute I arrive to the minute that I leave. So a way that I could get more time would probably be to, yeah, I'm trying to think of like where's a part of my day that I could cut out and like still be ready for my lessons or for the next day, and I can't really think of anything where that would be the case.
There are some just logistical things that are easily sent in like a memo. And that is something that our school started doing this year with our like weekend newsletters, which is really helpful because that eliminates what used to be maybe, 40 minutes of a meeting, and opening that up for other more pressing issues.
Actually, one thing that they do well with us is that they, if the topic or whatever we're going through professional development doesn't really pertain to our subject, then we're kind of allowed to work on our own, do things that we need to do.
Some of our action items are within a PowerPoint that we get projected to on Monday, and then we're asked to go back to it at some point, but it's, on slide 3 of a PowerPoint that we got 2 weeks ago, and it would just be nice to have all of action items just in one perfect place so that we know exactly what it is we have to do.
Professionally, like extra time that I have is always dedicated back to the students, whether it is strengthening lessons, building in more scaffolds for the students. Maybe it's, reworking a worksheet so that it makes more sense. It has more built-in support for all of my students.
Like our school is really great about providing us with lesson plans, with training at the beginning of the year. But along the way, you recognize where you could improve your lessons. And we get that feedback from our school, which is awesome. But then implementing that takes time, and then taking it a step further and really making it my own, that's really where I wish I could spend more time.
I would probably read for joy. I feel like I spend so much time reading on pedagogy and reading student essays and reading what I'm going to read with my students, since I'm an English teacher, that I forget to do my self-care and read books that I want to read.
Most of the time, if I'm not coaching, if I'm not teaching or working here, I use that time to spend with my family, with my daughter, play with her, help my wife around the house with whatever is needed, take care of anything, work on my house.
Oh, so many things. The boring things are chores around the house. Decorating for Christmas is what I keep thinking about right now that is not yet to be done. Having more time to work out, go to my exercise classes.
Meal prep is something I definitely would want to spend a little bit extra time on so that every day is not like a chaos of like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna make? What do I need? Do I need to go to the store and already get something else? Do I need to cook again?
I would love to come to school with a braid done or something. Like I would just, I want to come to school not looking so haggard. Like the other day, one of my kids looked at me and she was like, oh, miss, you look so nice today. And I was like, oh, thank you. And she was like, yeah, you don't look so tired. And I was like, oh my God. And all I had done that day was like put on an extra layer of makeup and literally just did my hair. And that was, and I had an extra 10 minutes in the day, and so I was able to do that.
One piece of advice for other teachers is don't reinvent the wheel. There are tons of resources out there. Reach out to your colleagues. Even if you're not in the same subject area, you can still get ideas on how to structure projects or group work or review days.
My first thing is always when I've worked with newer teachers is you don't need to grade everything. I think that teachers can get really overwhelmed with the amount of grading, and I think that there's things that you just have to be strategic about, like an in-class worksheet that they go, I 9 times out of 10 won't grade that. I'll do short exit tickets, which is something that all of us here do, which is like 2 questions, which is much quicker I can grade those in a much quicker time.
For me, writing out like a to-do list really helps. Knowing that I have to put in service minutes before I leave today. I have to finish my lesson plan for this particular time before I leave today. Having like a set to-do list for a certain time limit really does help me figure those things out quickly and then just move on.
Teaching is the most challenging thing any human being can do. And I thought I was ready for it. You know, I graduated from UCLA. Both my parents are teachers. You know, and I have always been a very high achiever. And I thought that I would be able to, you know, walk into a classroom and own it. And that has not been the case. And it's been very humbling.
This is still like a time-consuming profession. Like, you're still gonna have to use time outside of your workday to meet all of the responsibilities that come with it.
Find some time for yourself. Make sure at the end of the day that we are human beings, that we do need time to kind of relax and unwind and enjoy ourselves, because, you know, life is too short.
It's worth it at the end of the day, is what I would say. So that's my final thought on teaching. Catch me again in 5 years, maybe I'll have a different answer, but that's my answer for now.